want everyone to do, we're going to go around the room, just tell us your name, and just tell us a little bit, tell us where you're from, your name and where you're from originally. Where were you born at? All right, who wants to start first? All right, go ahead.
I was born in Newton County, Covington, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm the youngest living child of 17 kids.
Wow.
That's a blessing.
Wow, right. Ooh.
My dad was a farmer, so I raised up having fruit trees, vegetable gardens.
Yes, ma'am, your name.
My name is Maddie Tomlin.
Okay.
I was born in Alabama, but I was brought up in Atlanta
Okay.
after my parents passed. And I love lots of vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Trying to get away from so much meat.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I figured this. Okay, my name is Effie Reed. I was born in Hawkinsville, Georgia, raised in Brooklyn, New York. And my favorite food, I'm gonna put it like this, is not chicken either.
Not chicken.
I like oxtails.
Okay.
I like barbecue ribs.
Okay.
I like macaroni and cheese, collard greens, potato salad, and all that.
Okay.
I know I'm making somebody hungry.
I'm already thinking about lunch. And you, man, what's your name?
My name is Shirley Matuka.
Okay.
I was born in Sparta, Georgia, but I've been in Atlanta since I was 4.
Okay.
So, and you know, when she said oxtail, oh my God. You know, I don't mind having oxtail now. It costs more for oxtail than steak. And soup, right? So, oxtail's when I can get it.
Carolyn Sterling.
Okay.
I was born and great in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Mother of 2 children. And my favorite dish, I see it right up here in front of me. Some of that fried chicken and biscuits.
Okay.
Give me a Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola.
Yes, ma'am.
Not Coco.
Yes, right.
So
And my favorite food growing up, so my parents are from Ghana. I was first generation born here. But my favorite food is jollof rice. Yeah, my mama made with some fried chicken on the side. That was perfect. Now I don't do the fried chicken as much because I'm teaching the opposite, right?
We were raised as organic eating. We didn't know it because we ate most everything from the garden.
Yeah.
And you know, or freshly killed, whatever. We were eating organic.
Right.
Did not know we were eating organic.
Right.
Everything was processed, you know, food farm.
Yeah.
when you get grown,
That's
you
what
come
come
off
off
of
you.
the right food because you eat what you want to eat. We was fed right. We were
That's
taught
right.
right.
We were taught right.
But when we got grown, we just ate what we wanted to eat.
Absolutely.
And now some of us right now is really getting affected because
Yeah.
we didn't continue with it.
Right. So we became adults. We did something different. What do you think made us go away from our teachings that we learned from our parents? Laziness.
That's me.
So you rather buy the food than cook it or get it from the grocery store instead of grow it?
I would rather
Well,
cook
I
it
represent
yourself.
growing your own food and having to go to the store and buy it.
Yeah.
You know, you grow, you got everything out there in the garden that you want to eat. You go out every day and you pick your meals fresh, right out of the garden.
Right.
But you can get fresh vegetables at the supermarket, but you got to pay an arm and a leg for them.
Yeah.
Now it is.
Especially the eggs.
Everything going up. Everything going up.
Everything.
Everything. So would you say it's harder now to think about growing your own food than just rather going to the store and buying it?
Not living here.
Not living here?
That's our part, but we cannot raise our food because we're in the same bill. And really, lots of time we got away from it because when you're working every day, you're grabbing what you can.
Yeah.
You try to go back to work.
That's right.
So we stay in that practice right here, so we give up the right way of eating because we are grabbing what we can and working. But now that we have gotten of age,
Right.
I done got away from it and I'm praying to God that I can get back into it.
Right. That's awesome. Is there a space here where you're allowed to grow?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to go and make it. We got to go.
Okay.
That's work.
Right across the
And
street.
we're older now.
Right, that is
So
hard
we
work.
don't have the
More
energy
labor.
we used to have.
Can't do
Right.
it. Can't do it like we used to.
Interesting.
Very good point.
Right. That's a very good point about the energy aspect. You know, our bodies change over time. Metabolism slows down. Your energy levels go down. Right. The things that you used to do, you can't really do anymore. Or if you do it, it just wear you out.
Yes.
Right. It's a real thing. And so the reason why nutrition is so important because it helps you. All those things are going to happen naturally. As we get older, we're going to get tired. As we get older, we're going to lose muscle. You know, we're not going to be as strong as we used to be. But what nutrition does is that it helps you at least maintain it without doing any damage to yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if we eating the fruits and the vegetables and eating the processed foods or eating too much meat, right? Then your body can last longer with health and vitality instead of just you always in pain, your knees hurt, your back hurts because everything is inflamed. Everything is inflamed, right? And so it's really, really important. And the biggest thing that a lot of studies are coming out right now, that maintaining your muscle mass is so important because as you get older, your muscles naturally get smaller because your body's trying to save energy. Right, and so if you are in the gym working out, even if you're lifting a little bit of weights, it's going to help preserve that muscle so you can move better. You can move with less pain. It's not as hard to walk, or it's not as hard to lift that bag of groceries, or whatever it is. And so good nutrition is going to help you maintain that and make sure you're getting high levels of calcium. Make sure your vitamin D is in there. I know it's cold outside, but even if you go outside for 10 minutes and let the sun beat on your skin, that's a source of vitamin D. All right, just go outside and let the sun kiss you for a little bit. Right? Because when your nutrients are down, when you're not really eating your vegetables, you're not eating your fruits, you're not mixing up your plate, right? So when you guys eat here, a question for you, when you provided meals here, are you have options of different vegetables to choose from?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because what you want to do is always keep your vegetables rotating. I'll give you an example. So if I make my plate, let's say I got some chicken, I got a little bit of sweet potato, my vegetable might be kale, it could be spinach, it could be broccoli, right? But I'm not eating the same plate every day, right? Because every vegetable has different nutrients. So you want to be able to mix it up so your body is getting everything it needs from different sources, right? So when you're eating the different plates, it can reduce the deficiencies because those deficiencies are what lead to disease. Most people don't just get sick because they wake up sick. It's that you've been without nutrients for a long time. And so now your body is shutting down or is giving time for diseases and stuff to accumulate versus if we eating right, it'll just push it right out. Right? Because the body, one thing, God is amazing the way he designed the human body. It's very resilient. It can bounce back like nothing that's been created by man. But we have to do right. Right? We have to do right with our choices. And so it's really, really important that we see food as a source of living the life that we want versus just living to eat. See, a lot of people live to eat, but you got to eat to live.
That's right.
Right? That's the most important part. So just like I told y'all, today is just a light introduction. We're going to talk more about over the next 5, this is class 1, but the next 5 classes coming, we're going to focus more on your essential nutrients, meal planning. We're going to talk a little bit about the dietary guidelines, especially as seniors. I'm going to introduce you all to what we talk about as the blood type diet. So I'm a trainer. We have a gym in Forest Park. I coach all my clients based on their blood type. So we figure out what your blood type is. We learn what type of foods benefit you and what type of foods cause inflammation for your blood type. So what happens is if you have your blood type and you eat food that causes inflammation, that increases your risk of disease. But if you eat the foods that reduce inflammation in your body, that reduces the chance of disease. So there's a lot of information about it, but unfortunately the big pharma, those are the guys who pay for the studies and research, they would rather you take meds and pills versus you eat the right foods to reduce the inflammation or the swelling, right? And so once you start mentioning blood type diet, they're like, oh, ain't no research behind it. Yeah, because you didn't pay for that research. You'd rather pay for the research for your pill that's supposed to help somebody's blood pressure out, right? Versus eating the right foods. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, could you explain when you said blood type
Mhm.
diet? Could
Yes.
you like give an example?
Okay, so blood type diet. So let's say there's 4 blood types.
Right.
All right, so there's A, there's B, there's O, and there's
AB.
AB. Yes, ma'am. And so I'm an O, so I'm gonna give you an example for O.
Okay.
Right, so O, the ideal, and I'll give y'all more in the next class, but the ideal meal for O, or the plate, should be vegetables and leafy greens. So I don't need to be worried about rice. I don't need to be worried about sweet potatoes or corn or anything like that. Just give me a nice simple meat and simple vegetables, and my body will thrive. Now you might have somebody who's an A. Their body is more vegetarian. They don't need to have the meat. So you'll have, that's why some people, they thrive on a vegan diet and they don't realize why they're thriving. You're thriving because you might be a type A. If I'm a type O and I try to do a vegan diet, I might slip into a depression. Because my nervous system is meant to have animal meat. Somebody else's nervous system is meant to not have animal meat. And so when you are eating for somebody else's type, it creates all kinds of issues. So that's why you'll see some people, so like a type A, let's say a type A, if they eat meat, they have a whole lot of belly fat. Their legs are skinny, but they got belly fat because their body wasn't meant for meat. But me, I'm a type O, so I eat meat, my body stays lean. So every blood type is
But you're
different.
active.
I'm active, yes ma'am. But if I eat a lot of bread, my belly gonna blow up. Because I'm not supposed to be having all those carbohydrates. Right, so it's really, really interesting. Every blood type has a catered plan. And then there's also like some special considerations and then practical cooking skills. Now, are y'all allowed to cook in here and prepare your own meals? So there's a kitchen for y'all to cook?
Independent.
Independently. So y'all have your own kitchen in your room?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Good. Good. I love to see that. What else? Oh, yeah, so real quick, I wanted to just show you an example of what a balanced plate looks like. We'll pass it around the room. All right, so I've got 2 of these. I'm gonna pass one in the front. I'm gonna pass one in the back. All right, I'll just pass it around to the neighbor. All right. So what you see in your hand eventually will come to you is you want to have. Just a second. Yes, ma'am. So you want to have, as an example, all right, the vegetables should take up half of your plate. Vegetables should be half of your plate.
Not a fork.
Not a fork. Not a little spoon,
All
but half. Right? Right. This is the fried chicken section right here. All right. So maybe 2 pieces of chicken can fit in that. Right. Right. And then over here you have your carbs such as your potato, your pasta, your rice, your corn. All of that is a carbohydrate. So it just shows you how the plate should look. All right, vegetables should take up a majority. And then you have your meats over here, and you have your carbs, rice, pasta, right in here. But you know, some of us, we get that mac and cheese, it'd be on this whole side. Right? It's supposed to be a little corner. But yes, so that right there, if you don't leave here with anything that I taught you today, if you just learn to make your plate look like that, you will have tremendous, you'll see the weight come off you. Give it 30 days, you'll be like, oh man, I'm losing weight. I'm feeling better because you got all the vegetables going in, the meats are a decent size, and the carbs are a decent size. We don't need a lot of food, but we eat like we do. Right? The human body is resilient. We don't need a lot to do a lot, but we eat too much. And we'll some point we'll get to the tracking of calories, but because typically on a normal plate like this, it's not our plates are full of rice, we got a little bit of vegetables, and then the meat on the side. That plate alone might be like 1,000 calories, and you don't realize it because it fits within the plate, right? And so if you just make those simple adjustments, you'll realize that you don't need that much food. It just takes a little bit of time to adjust, and then your body knows what to do with it. But as far as nutrition questions, did y'all have any questions right now? As we kind of lay out this intro, this is just the beginning today. We'll give y'all a little bit of a taste, and the next class we're gonna go right into it. Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you what frustrates me.
Okay.
There's a different diet for hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, gout.
Mm-hmm.
So you get all this nutritional information,
Right.
And I read it all. But then I get frustrated because you can't have this with one, you can have it with another, and this, that, and the other.
Right.
And so for me, I just wind up eating.
Right. And in every situation, of course, you want to always refer to your medical doctor, what they say, the hypertension and the different type of, because they supersede me. So if they say, hey, you can't eat this because of your hypertension, don't eat it. But I will say that most of the stuff, once we dive into the blood type diet, you will see that, hey, if I just did eat this stuff, my blood pressure gonna go down, my hypertension gonna go down, right? It's really, there's things that we're eating that, okay, so I'll give you an example. You say, I'm an old blood type, right? If I'm not supposed to eat peanuts, I'm not supposed to eat cashews, right? But those things are classified as healthy.
Yes.
So if I'm eating those things, but now my knees are giving me arthritis-like symptoms, and the doctor's saying I got arthritis in my knees, but it's really because of the food I'm putting in my body, and my body is telling me, hey, you're eating something that's causing pain, stop. But you see it as knee pain and arthritis versus what's causing, what am I putting in my body to cause the inflammation or the tenderness of my knees, right? And so those little things, so it might even be healthy, but it might be working against your blood type. And so once we kind of dive into that, you kind of learn a little bit more, it might help you where, hey, if I just, for most people, corn causes inflammation for most blood types. So you eat the corn, like I have a friend, every time she eat corn, her left hip start hurting. Just right off the top. Literally, a couple hours, man, my hips already feel like something going on. And she's 35. Right, so, but the fact that she's aware enough to see that, right? And so we don't know what we are all eating that's causing those things to kind of, now my foot hurt today or my back is real tight, right? So as we dive into it, you will learn and you'll see, okay, well maybe this is what's triggering this. So maybe if I cut back on this, my blood pressure will go down. And then you might get, I've had a few people that we work with at the gym, they've got off their blood pressure meds. Some of them ain't on their diabetes stuff anymore. By just simply adjusting their foods. Yes, ma'am.
But that's the problem right here, being a diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's very complicated with us.
Yes.
Because
it is.
this little thing you eat,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it even when you stress, it throws your sugar up.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I notice a lot of time, I'm eating correct, but I've got a problem on my mind. My sugar goes boom.
Yes, ma'am.
I have high blood, but it's not, my high blood pressure is better. It's just this diabetes.
Yes, chronic diseases like diabetes or challenges like that, that's going to be a problem. But it sounds like you're aware enough to monitor your sugar intake. The only thing I might be mindful of is like something like a corn, right? You might think corn is a vegetable, but it's really, when you eat it, it turns sugar in your body. And so that'll shoot the sugar. Yeah, corn, right, you can't eat that. Same thing with bread, that'll do the same thing. Potatoes, it'll turn it straight into sugar in your body. Yes, man, because it's what we call a carbohydrate. So carbohydrate, your body receives it, it turns it into sugar to be fuel for you to go do what you need to do. And if you don't, it just stores in your body. That's how people get the body fat, because it just stores it for later.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Will we get some written information?
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna work on getting you some handouts so you can.
Oh, good,
Yes, ma'am.
good. I need
Yes,
that.
ma'am. We're gonna make a special blood type sheet for all of y'all.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about
Yes,
this
ma'am.
Good deal.
type
Yes,
diet.
ma'am. Any other questions?
Never heard of that.
No.
The blood type diet, I never heard
Yes,
of.
ma'am. Y'all have a library here?
No.
Okay, so if you decide that you want to check out a book, there's a book that's called Eat for Your Blood Type. It's written by a doctor. His father started the study and then he finished the study. And it's tremendous.
Can you Google it?
Yes, ma'am, you can Google it, you can get on Amazon, it'll be here tomorrow. You know how they are.
Eat for your blood.
Eat for your type. Eat for your type is the name of the book.
I have
But see,
a right way to type book, and I get out home, and it tells you a lot of different stuff that you can eat. Next time you come, I'll bring it.
Okay, yeah, bring, we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, sometime I look in there and see what I can eat. hope I'm doing it right.
Listen, at the end of the day, as long as you are making good choices with the knowledge that you know, that's the most important part. Because there's plenty of us out there who know better, but we ain't doing better.
Thank you.
That's it. That's simple principle alone. As y'all go through this, as y'all keep coming back to this class and you learn more, just make a small change, a little bit here, a little bit there, and you'll see a big difference. You ain't gotta be no superstar. All right.
The thing about having a healthy body and a healthy mind, that's what I need.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I can tell that things is changing in my life as I get old.
Mm-hmm.
The fast have moved to slow.
Mhm.
But I want be comfortable in my slow.
Absolutely. I love that. Be comfortable in your slow. That's gonna be my word for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Yes,
Along with your diet,
ma'am.
there are also exercise.
Yes, ma'am. Exercise is another important piece. So,
See, I do a lot of walking.
that's good. That's good. Just even with the walking aspect, just make sure if you are able to 45 to 60 minutes a day.
Not this all that.
45, 6 minutes.
Man, 45,
That's all
60
that,
minutes.
right.
Because when I'm standing on myself or exercise,
Mhm.
I've just had a hip replacement.
Okay.
What is the best thing you think I need to get on the bike or the treadmill?
I would more likely do the bike. I'll do the bike. Even start out, you don't have to be a superstar at 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Just do the bike for 15, and then work it with let's say add 5 minutes every 2 weeks.
I was planning on doing
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Thank you for being here. I got my answer now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Do we have any other questions? No. Yeah.
A lot of information.
A lot of information. Yes,
Good
ma'am.
information.
Thank you. I'm
It's
thankful.
not what I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, what you thought it was gonna be?
It said food nutrition. I thought there was gonna be a taste or something.
We'll have some snacks for you in the next class. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying this.
Nutritious snack.
Uh-huh.
Right, nutrition.
Introduce you to something a little different, right?
Right.
Nutritious.
Right.
It's gonna taste good.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that.
All right, well, we appreciate y'all. This is the first class, so we got 5 more. We're gonna come on the 3rd Thursday of every month.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So next time we come, we're gonna have handouts and everything ready to go for you. All right? All right, we
And
appreciate
it's
y'all.
always gonna be at 12.
Yes, ma'am. Every 3rd Thursday at 12.
At 12.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, well, we appreciate y'all. And please, make sure you share your love for the class today with the people up front. And we will be back.
Sign
We
it
appreciate you.
All right, and if you didn't sign in, sign in. Sign in sheet is over there. Okay? All right, thank you.